Hey class, so welcome back. We're now past the midway point. For many of you, this is going to be the last half of your last semester, so congratulations. The other problem with that is, I know from personal experience, last half of the last semester usually means senioritis is starting to set in, and I don't want that to really happen. I don't want you guys to start slacking off. So I did this video just to make sure that we're all on the same page. So the first half of this class was bookwork. It was really looking at the leadership, different leadership styles, how leadership works, why we have leadership, and that's really just to get you ready for a management type position. The second half of the class is case studies. Now, case studies are not the most exciting things in the world, but they are important because it gets you to think about something a little bit differently. Also, you should have, at this point, taken your HR class, your law class, revenue management class, maybe with me, restaurant management, hotel management, all of these different classes. And the case studies really kind of bring them all together. It makes you start to think using all these different things together. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is click on the case study directions. And what that's going to do is bring up a link to how to do case studies. Why we're doing case studies, the reason behind them, a rubric for both the written and the oral case studies. Now, back to that, there are 5 case studies. Now, I'm not expecting you to do all 5. I'm expecting you to do 4 written case studies and 1 oral case study. So be smart about that. Do your oral case study on one of your written case studies. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just talk about one of the ones you've already done. So that'll make your life a little bit simpler. So the last thing on the case study instructions is the case study template. And this is what's going to really save you. So follow the case study template to a T. So I just pulled up the Ritz-Carlton Hotel. That's the first one to do. And that's the one I recommend you should do. Don't skip that one. Even though it's the first one, don't skip it. Because a couple reasons. First of all, it's the easiest one to do. And the second thing is I grade this the easiest. So I'm going to grade the other ones a little bit harder. Generally speaking, most people have never done a case study before, so I'm a little bit more lenient on the grades. So get this one done first. All right, so if you open up the Ritz-Carlton, you'll see that it's 30 pages. It's not that bad. Trust me. I know you're already starting to hate me because it's 30 pages. It's really 16. The last 14 or so are all abstract, so don't worry about it. It's a 16-page paper. You can read a 16-page paper. It's not that bad. So read it. Read it twice. That way you have a good understanding. Then open up the case study template. Now, the case study template, 6 pages. I'm expecting you to write me 6 pages. Don't hate me. It's not that bad. I know you're already turned out and tuned off, and you have decided to look at something else right now. But it's not that bad. So open up the case study template, and you're going to see it's 6 pages. The first page is going to be the title page. So your name, the name of the case study, the date, my name. So that's 20 words. And at the bottom of that is going to be your executive summary or abstract. That about a paragraph. Give me a quick synopsis. Wait until the very end before you write that one. All right, so page 2, which technically I guess is page 1 of actual stuff you're going to write, is the cause of the problem. Because every case study is going to be about a problem. So the first is the cause of the problem. No. So that's second page, sorry. First page is the statement of the problem. What is the problem? What happened? How did it happen? Where did it come from? Why is this a problem? Why are we talking about this? Why did somebody take the time out of their busy schedule to write this 30-page long case study? What's the problem? And what I'm expecting you to give me is a half to 3/4 of a page double-spaced on what is the problem. Not that bad. Page 2 is the statement of the problem, or the cause of the problem. Man, I'm messing up all over the place. Page 2, or 3, technically, is the cause of the problem. So you already told me what the problem is. How did we get there? What happened? What is the cause of this problem? Who did what to make the issue? So why do we have this problem? Half to 3/4 of the page double-spaced. Not that bad. Page 3, technically page 4, but page 3 of writing is going to be your alternate solutions. These are going to be a list of things that you could possibly do in order to fix this problem. These aren't going to be this is not the one that you think is the best, but these are the other options. I'm going to give me some pros and cons. there's a few different ways you can do it. You can either list it out in paragraph form, you can do bullet points and say this is a solution, pro, con, pro, con. However you want to do it, it's your paper, get it done. I asked for 2 or 3 different possible solutions, and you can go a little crazy on this. The next week, not this week, next week is 4 Seasons. It's about building the 4 Seasons in France, having issues with HR, and a few semesters ago, one of the students said what they would do is go to one of the other 5-star hotels with a stack of €100 notes and give them to the employees to come work for them. Is that a good idea? No, it's a terrible idea, but it's an idea. Would it work? Maybe. Not a long-term solution, but it would definitely be a short-term solution. So that's what I'm looking for, is these snippets of ideas. Again, 3/4 of a page, double-spaced. All right, so now we're up to page 5. Again, really 4 written. Page 5 is going to be a recommended solution. Half, 3/4 of a page, double-spaced, of tell me what the one solution that you think is the best solution. Whether it's to more training, different hiring practices, longer training, shorter training, whatever it is. Give me your solution and why. Why is it good? Why is it good? Why is it not so good? All right. Final, last page, page 6, is your bibliography. Now, I am expecting this in APA format, and again, I will be a little bit lenient on the first one, and I'll tell you if you did it right, if you did it wrong. The other ones I will ding you, because I hope by this time in your academic career you know how to write in APA format. So I'm expecting 5 citations. Okay, now I know you hate me again, because I first asked you to read a 30-page paper and you hated that. I've asked you to write me a 6-page paper, you hated that. Now I'm asking you to give me 5 sources. Now you hate me again. It's not 5 sources. So 5 sources. First source is going to be the case study. Okay, so that's 1 down. So now I'm asking you for 4 sources. Hopefully you got something from the book. So that's another source. Most of these companies are big companies. I got the Ritz, I got the 4 Seasons, I have Pepsi, I got a couple little companies. But for the most part, they're big companies. They have a website. That's a source. Give me the information off their website. Give me some details. All right, so now I'm asking you for 2 sources. 2. Hopefully you got something from an HR book, or your marketing book, or your hotel management book, or you did a Google search and you found something on scholar.google.com. I'm asking for 2 sources. I'm not asking you for a ton of information. You should be able to do this. Again, you're seniors. I'm not expecting you to rewrite the world. I'm not expecting you to give me your own case study, but I am expecting this. So hopefully this 8-minute video wasn't too long and too painful to watch. And hopefully reading this and writing these case studies aren't going to be that painful. If you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. Don't hesitate to email, text 954-854-5166. And I'll see you around. Bye-bye.